Last week, Nathan Cleverly told this programme that the loser of the fight between him and Tony Bellew would retire. Cleverly lost, but he hasn't hung up his gloves just yet. The post-match talk was of a rematch. But now, back home in the Rhymney Valley, with the dust just settling, Gareth Rhys Owen sat down with a man at a crossroads.
Tony Bellew has got him on the ropes once again, and Cleverly showing no inclination to move away. If we can see the Welshman's head being jarred back time and again, and the bell's down at the end of 12 rounds.
This is what happens in sport. Win some, lose some.
After defeat comes reflection, contemplation, and perhaps redemption.
And the winner is Tony Bellew!
It's difficult in there, you know, it's difficult when you're at your proper weight. It's a hard enough place to be in that box ring, but against a naturally bigger guy, it's tough.
Saturday's fight was hardly a classic, but it was close until Cleverly totally ran out of gas.
I won a few early rounds, but then he started pressing forward, using his weight. I could feel him pressing on me, and I just didn't have that strength or energy to keep him long anymore. I just couldn't keep the heavier guy off.
And the powerful punches are coming from Bellew, and again Cleverly hasn't moved from a spot.
It was a fight 3 years in the making. 3 years of hate since Cleverly beat Bellew as a light heavyweight. Now heavier cruiserweights, both men promised fireworks.
At light heavyweight, it was a great fight, but at this weight, you know, it just didn't happen. Bigger guys now, and we just slowed down. At cruiserweight, I can't bring the best of me out because it's taken away my strengths, which are my stamina, my speed. Cruiserweight is taking away my strength, so drop back down to light heavy and bring out my attributes again.
And where do we bring you to do this interview?
We're here in Bargate, 10 minutes from the house, in a fish shop. I'm staying off the chips though.
Boxing weight divisions usually go up in jumps of half a stone or so. However, there's almost a 2-stone difference between light heavy and cruiser. Cleverly claimed he still packed a punch.
If we're being brutally honest, I'm not big enough to be a cruiserweight. I'm not big enough to be a cruiserweight fighter, and that showed in the fight. Bellew was heavier, a lot heavier. I just struggled, mate. You know, it was just that heavier weight, that natural heavier weight. I just couldn't cope with it.
Losing's not entirely new for Cleverly. 18 months have passed since his first career defeat to Sergei Kovalov.
You get to a stage where you think you are invincible, and that's a bad mistake. And I got to that stage, I was on cloud 9, thought I was invincible, unbeatable. Boom, came crashing back down with a devastating defeat against Kovalev. And it hits you hard, you know, but sometimes you need that. You need that, just a little reminder. It's not all, you know, it's not all rosy. That's where I've got to look at myself, and then I'll reflect and say, right, how much desire is left? Do I still want to win a world title? If I do, you've got to do it properly. No shortcuts, no sitting in comfort zone. But it's whether I want to come back down.
Why wouldn't you want to come back down?
Because it's going to take a lot of sacrifice. But if I want to be hitting titles again in this sport, I've got to do that. You know, so the only option is to come back down and give light heavyweight a blast again. So I think that's a strong possibility.